Hey everyone, what's up? Today, we're going to learn how to use... Oh, I can't pull this out. There we go. We're going to learn how to use this med gun, this handy dandy little tool here that'll hopefully help keep you alive in combat, in industrial applications, whatever. There are med guns and everything else as well, and as you can see, I am in my C8R, so there are med beds that can help with all that as well. But in the middle of combat or in combat scenarios, you're going to be using med pens, which are these little things here that you just saw my guy pull out, and the med gun. So let's do a couple of bunkers, and then I will see if I can get some footage for you. Perfect. Alrighty. Well, we have some damage now. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit 4 to bring out our med gun. Aim at ourselves with B. We're going to hit ourselves with left trigger. That's how you do health recovery, but as you can see, I have a tier 3 chest injury, which makes it's going to make running harder to do. And so I'll show you how to alleviate said drug injuries once I kind of get this half-ass cleared out.
Shit. Wherever they are, they won't get away long.
So like I've said in previous videos, there's 3 tiers of injuries. There's tier 3, tier 2, and tier 1. Tier 3 means it's just a minor inconvenience. So you won't, you might be able to not be able to run as much. You might have a small limp. But tier 2 means you have a bit more of an inconvenience. So you might have more than a small limp. And it just might be a downright pain in the butt to do anything. And then, of course, tier 1 means that, like, you have next to no health. You have, if it's arm injury, you can't hold on to anything. Leg injuries, pretty much crawling. But with each injury you get, your top health gets less and less. Inversely, you don't have a med gun, you can hit C, and then you get a single shot use of your drugs. And that'd be a good opportunity, I don't have anybody trying to kill me, to explain the different types of drugs. So, not only can your med gun heal you, like that, bring your health back up, using a drug called hemerzerol. And as you can see here, it says minor injury detected, tier 3 treatment required, which I have a tier 3 med bed with my ship. And suggested drugs, sterogen. So there's 3 different kinds of drugs that you can use to alleviate your symptoms for, like, so if you have arm injuries. So let's start from your limbs. So hemerzerol, which is your red med pens, that you can use to revive down players and yourself. Then you got roxafen, which is used to relieve arm-based damage effects. Then you got demotexarine, probably butchered that. It relieves head-based injuries, so like when your vision gets all cloudy and that kind of stuff. And then you have sterogen, which is chest-based injuries and muscle weakness, much like the game is suggesting, because I have a tier 3 chest injury. And you have Resurgia, which actually drops your blood alcohol or your blood drug levels. So to take it a step further, we hit 4, we press B to bring our gun to ourselves, but we want to we have a tier 2 chest injury, tier 1 arm injury, and we keep dropping our gun. What do we do? Well, you see this little thing here, so basic and advanced. Let's just hit F to flip it over. Now we have access to all of the different drugs here. So what we can do is, if we're not sure what to use, we hit auto, and then it automatically doses enough for a 5-minute dose. Well, let's just up that to, we'll say, a 10-minute dose. And we hit ourselves once. And now you see down here, it says, suggested this, and then respiratory damage, but it is now relieved. So now any disadvantage we might have because of this injury is temporarily relieved. However, our BDL, or blood drug level, went up, so we have to be careful. So once I think about 80%, our character starts acting like they're drunk. And then if we go, again, upwards of 90-95%, we will end up going incapped and being unable to do anything. So that now that we're done that, I always just hit clear. And then just go back to basic for my combat scenario. So once I finish this mission, I will, I'll take you into my bed and I'll show you how the med works. Alright, so we're lucky enough, we're doing bunkers or these raid on Orison missions with a med bed, which is kind of a good idea, especially with the way 322 is. So you hop in the med bed, lie down, and then if you have regeneration, so like on a Carrack or an 890 jump, or bases, you could reset it here. But the tier 3 med beds you don't, so you hit medical medical treatment. You see here, I'll indicate on what part of the body needs medical treatment. So you hit treatment, and then you hit treat. So then now, if this was a tier 2 injury, see how it says treatment tier 3? If this was a tier 2 injury, it would automatically dispense drugs up to like 80% of my maximum thing. So then you hit that little button there, even though it's bugged, says treat or dispense treatment. And so now, because I drugged myself up in the bunker, it cleared out the BDL or blood drug level and recovered my health. Medbeds also recover your water and food as well, but it's not a long-lasting effect. And lastly, what you can do, you can use this, the med gun, or the med pens to revive people, as long as they're just incapped. If they are completely in and out, you can't do much for them. They have to respawn. But if they're just incapped, you can aim your gun at them, and you may have to aim across different points of their body, like wherever the injuries are, and you just simply left click like you're firing your weapon, and then you might have to hold it for a second or two until you get enough to it, then they'll come back up. Last but not least, if you don't have a tier 1 or tier 2 med bed where you can't respawn on any kind of jazz, don't forget to set your respawn at your closest system where you're working at it. regardless if it's Crusader, Hurston, as long as you have something close, so it's a quick jump back and forth. But with that being said, everybody, hope you found this quick little video interesting and informative, because not a lot of people understand that you can actually use the med guns to dispense all the drugs to keep yourself from experiencing symptoms as well. Anyways, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later.